Hello everyone, welcome to Laravel. My name is William Juma. In this video series, I want us to learn how to create a Laravel package using Composer. Packages are a way of adding functionality to a Laravel application. In this tutorial, we will learn how to create a Laravel package. We will be creating a package for a contact form, which will save the client's message or the user who visits our website, the message they type in the contact form in the database. And we will also send an email to the website owner for them to be notified that there is a query or something that the customer or client is inquiring about. So basically that is what I will be working on. We will do several videos, but in this first video, I want us to do sort of the initial setup such that our package will be up and running. And now for us to be able to create a Laravel package, there are several ways in which you can be able to do it. We can use the Sparty Laravel skeleton, or we can also just use another a full installation of a Laravel application and then be able to configure and go all the way and be able to work it out. So this is the method that I would like us to do. I have a newly installed Laravel package, Laravel application, and this is Laravel 10, and I want us to continue and see how we can be able to just create our package. So the first thing that we need to do is to create a folder or several directories. So I will just scroll downward here and right click, and I will say new folder. And I want us to have a folder called packages. Inside this folder, I want us to have another folder called Laravel. So this one is sort of like the vendor name, or in other words, the name of maybe the company that is creating the package or something of that sort. So Laravel, and then our package is called contact form. And then we also need the source folder, src. So basically that is what we are going to have. So packages, Laravel, and then let me just extend such that you can be able to see, then contact form, and then src. So these are folders within a folder like that. I want us to go ahead and navigate to this contact form, and then we can be able to initialize Composer. But just to explain, as I've mentioned, we will have the packages, and then we will have the next folder inside the packages folder is a folder maybe for the company name or something. And then inside that we have a folder called contact form. And then inside the contact form we will have the source folder. So I want to just navigate using the terminal to our contact form directory. So I will just open terminal here, and what I'm going to do, I will do cd. So you change directory, and then we will go to packages, Laravel, contact form. After that, while inside this directory, we can be able to run Composer init to initialize our package. So it's asking us for the package name. So in our package name, we have called it Laravel, and then / contact form, like that. So I hit enter. Description, we can say probably something like Laravel contact form package, something of that, just anything descriptive for the package. Then the author name, as you can see, it's picking some of the things from my machine, but in this case maybe I can just say William Juma. Stability, we can say dev. Package type, maybe let's just call it package. License, we can say MIT. And then it is asking us to define our dependencies. We will actually be using several dependencies in our application, but I want us to include them when we reach there. So I'm just going to hit enter and continue hitting enter. And now what has happened is that inside our directories is something that has been added. So if we check our the package that is called contact form, the folder that is called contact form, now we have vendor and composer.json and the source file. Of course, the vendor will be the one that you manage our dependencies. And then inside our composer.json, this is what we have. The next thing that we need to do is to create a service provider. PHP artisan make provider. And then we can give the name of our provider. So I'm going to call it contact form service provider, like that. I will hit enter. And this, you actually create the provider inside app providers. You can see we have contact form service provider. And what we need to do is to move this provider from here inside the source folder. So I'm going to just pick it like this and drop it inside our source folder, like that. Then we can go ahead and do a namespacing of our provider. So in this case, we can say the namespace will be Laravel contact form, like that. So that will be the correct namespace. And remember, that is the vendor stroke package name that we were having there. Now inside our provider, we have two methods. We have register, and then we also have the boot method, the bootstrapping method. And so the register method is used to bind things to the service container. And then, of course, the boot method can be used to load and also even publish whatever it is that you'd like to publish. So the views, the migrations, everything that you would want to do apart from what the register method does. So basically, that is what we have. And now for us to be able to discover this service provider automatically, normally you must register your service provider inside the app, inside config app. So if we go to config app, then here is where you're supposed to register your providers. But sometimes you can be able to have the provider to be auto-discovered. And that is what I would like us to do. I want us to have a provider that will be auto-discovered. So what we are going to do here, we will not require the user of our package to definitely come and have it here. We can be able to just have it auto-discovered. So I will open our package composer.json, and maybe after we have the auto loading, we can be able to have a field that we are going to call extra. And here we can go ahead and pass in the provider. So we will have Laravel, and then after that, then inside here, we can be able to pass in providers. And then this one we will pass in as an array of values. So here we can pass in the providers, and we can also pass in the aliases. So inside here, we can have Laravel, and then the / contact form, and then we can now talk about our contact form service provider. So contact form service provider, like that. I think that you'll be able to make our service provider auto-discovered. Then after doing that, then we need to go ahead and link our package to the Laravel app that we're having here, such that we can be able to use it, because now our package is being developed locally, and we do not have it somewhere in the Git hub or something of that sort, so where we can be able to download and install it. So because of that, we have to configure it inside our composer.json. So I will open the composer.json now, not for the package, but for the Laravel application that we have here. And then inside the place where we have require, we can be able to include the package that we have. So after we have Laravel Tinker, I can be able to add our package. So here we can say it is called Larafant, and then we are calling it contact form. And then we can have it as the version. We can just say dev-main. After that, we also need to link it in a way our application will be able to know where our package is. So probably after the scripts down here, repositories like that, and then we will have an array of values, and inside here we can be able to have the type, and the type we will have it as a path. After that we will have the URL, and for the URL we are going to have the full link to our package. So we have packages Larafant like that. So in this case we can have packages /Larafant /contact form. And then we will also have options. The value that you have inside here is that we want it to be a symlink, and we are going to set it to true. We still need to have, I think there's a problem here. We need to have these values in curly braces like that. So basically that is how it looks. Now for us to be able to check if everything is working, we can attempt to install our package. What I'm going to do, I'm going to say composer update. If everything is okay, then we'll be able to have our package sort of linked or sort of installed. Now you can see we are having the installation of Larafant contact form. So meaning everything is okay up to where we have reached. And now after doing that, I want us to just run our application, PHP artisan serve. Then we can open it in Google Chrome. Then we will visit localhost 8000 to load our application. Now you can see our Laravel application is loading fine. But of course, this is expected because what it is that we have added is what we are not sure if it is being loaded. And so I want us to just go and check if that is the case. So I want to go to Larafant, and then we can go to the service provider. And just to check that even this package of ours is being loaded, I can just do inside the boot method, I will just do dd123. And when I do that, if I am to refresh, now you can see we are having 1, 2, 3. That means our package is being loaded exactly the way we want it to be loaded. And then we can now be able to continue doing every other thing regarding this specific package. This is the end of this tutorial video. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed and you're new to this channel, please consider giving us a subscription. And you can also comment if you have a question in the comment section below. Thank you very much.